Good morning. We're glad you're out here. We're glad you came to the fair. I want to tell you about two months ago, I went to Haiti. Kate and I, the picture you just saw up there, we took and went down as guests of the Bataille Ministry. And we went down basically with the purpose to find out about housing in Haiti. There's been a competition that's been called the Building Back a Better Community. And with that, it has been done through the Malcolm Reading Consultant Group out of England, along with the Clinton Foundation and the Haitian government. Those three groups have been what they want to do in Haiti is to do back housing that is better than what they've had. I might have to have you help me. And with that, I want to show you Kate. Kate is from Arizona. Her and I met a couple of, it's been about 6 months ago now. We met and decided that the things, I told her what I had come together and she ended up bringing some more things. This is when we spoke down at the Bataille Ministry. There is a non-denominational church that was down there, and we went down as their guests. During that time, this is when we were out at what they call the Building Back a Better Community. And these people are trying to create a housing for Haiti that is not, they want to do the best. When I first started out doing bids, people had all kinds of housing, from container housing to the metal housing. The metal housing, they said, oh, it's insulated. And I said, you and I both know that a corrugated metal housing is not anything but a heat box. And I said, that's wrong. We cannot take and do that kind of thing for these families. I want to show you some of the living conditions. Let's see. Hey, Ron, I don't know how to get it over there. Get it up onto that one. Oh, okay. All right, now I'll just hit that. Yeah. This is what some of the conditions are in Haiti. This is the tent cities that that the people are living in. Now, as you look at that and you think about that right now, water this morning was a foot high. I mean, it's your knee high for these people. The kinds of things, this is what is costing $1,500 for these people in Haiti. Many people are living in this kind of shelter where they are coming off from a wall. The rubble is still intact. The people are having a very, very difficult time. I realize that the Haitian government and all these groups want to take and prepare something well, but you and I both know these kind of tents they dissolve. They cannot stand but any of the whipping in the wind and the continual abuse that is taking place. What we are working to do is, because we have been a part of this Building Back a Better Community and this contest, basically our houses, we are still in the running. Our proposal has been, in fact, we received an email through the Clinton Foundation to have us contact a minister down in Haiti. So we know that we're still part of the competition. But right now we have families that are still living not even in a tent, in between the two walls. During the day, they put their bed up against a wall. At night, they will put it down. If the rains come, they are sitting in the rain. And it's really, really, really sad. And so what we want to do is to take our house over, and this house can be integrated into the next house that they go into permanent housing. Right now, even see the sewage and the kinds of things that are going on. If you look at that, the people, it's just, they don't even have a way to give up. An average Haitian wage, like this is some of there is so much water that comes down, just even little gullies in the road are, they fill with water. Then it gets sewage in it. That's how we have cholera. The people, as they are I just look at these pictures again, and it just reminds me of going through and watching those dear people trying to exist. What we want to do is, with taking out over these houses, this house can be, it will last in the wind. If it gets down, they can put it back up, and then it can be integrated into their permanent house, and that's what's important. We're spending $1,500 to buy a tent and a tarp. Nothing can be done. It won't be used. But then if you turn around and have this kind of a structure that when it goes out to a permanent house, it can be put in a permanent solution, then you're saving money, both for the people and for the government. And through our program, what we did is, it was a ground-up program. We could start right at the ground. We would go back in and look at the wind and how the wind comes into the village, how the wind is coming in, put grasses that bamboo will bend in an earthquake or with a hurricane, and it will deflect the wind off the houses. When you place things in that direction and do that kind of thing, then it allows protection for the people. 98% of Haiti has been deforested. They have used it for cooking, because an average Haitian's wage is $5 a day. $5. And it costs $2.50. Can you come and put it on the Haitian children? It costs $2.50 for them to cook one meal, because the wood is gone, so they can't do it. To buy charcoal, it's $2.50. That's one meal's worth of food, and they have $2.50 left to live on. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay, I'll do like this. And so what's happening is, when this poor Haitian family doesn't have a good way to cook, and it doesn't have a good way to, well, they just can't exist. And so this is what our whole project has been from a start. We offered to do 300 villages. We would provide 250 trees with mango, fruit trees, breadfruit, avocados, that those would be planted as a part of the village. Not only would it help support the land, it would also support when the rains come and that kind of thing. And the rubble that's being used over there could be crushed and used as roadways. There again, it deflects the water. It starts to protect. The big pieces of cement that are over there, that cement can be, the big chunks could be put up in the mountains to stop the water from coming down. The Seguin Foundation in Haiti is working up at the top of the mountain to start reforesting and start watching that watershed. By doing that, they are starting to protect, but there's a lot more that needs to be done. So when we're building a village, what you have to do is look at the lay of the land, and you can take and put these trees and start to deflecting when this water is coming down.
Turn off that body pack, and I'll turn this on.
Okay.
Just turn it off.
Can you hear me now? And so that's what's taking place. I didn't realize anybody, I was just looking over here. But with this people, this little boy, this little individual, this child that's here is almost 18 months old. That child has very little food. In fact, they begged me that day to have, if I had any food, could I give it to him? We gave him what we had. This is when we did Rose as part of the Bataille ministry. They were doing cookers that day, solar cookers. I want to teach you about these little children. As they're showing, this is my partner Kate with some of the kids at the Bataille ministry. We were at a church meeting. This is one of the little boys. These boys are constantly out selling water for whatever they can get. They have little bags of water. And they actually have people basically that send them out to earn money, and they cost so many goots, which is about 50 cents for a little bag of water. This little boy, just some more of the boys. The day that I spoke at the Bataille ministry, I was really overwhelmed. Immediately after we'd only been in country about 6 hours, And this little boy came right up and ran up and gave us a great big hug. And I suspect his mother sent us too because they, because of what we said. We presented our program to them and they wanted to do it. This is at an orphanage out there. This is their beds for in an orphanage. I don't know how to use these things, I guess, very much. The boys have really nothing. I took over a bunch of marbles with me. This is a rope. You put your toes in and they could go up and down the rope. They were very inventive. This is playing jacks. Now this is jacks with rocks. They had 5 stones, a little rock that there was the ball, they bounced it up. This is in a very, very poor orphanage. It has very little food. The little boy, this girl that's in the blue pants, if any of you'd guess, she's 16 years old. She is very stunted because of the lack of food. I will say that this place where this little boy sitting in this house does not speak. He has very little, he just does not talk. He just doesn't, when you try to talk with him, he does not even respond. He has been so little food for this family. Now this girl is a typical family out in the Luguan. And that little girl, as you were looking at it, because of the kind of hair that they have, would you put it on the Thai ministry? When that little girl, they were trying to comb out her hair, and she says she would just hold her head, and you could see every time she cringed. Typical things that would go with any family. This is the Batai ministry. This is a church that we went with over in Haiti. The top of the roof is lost in that building. Pastor Batai is on the right hand, the black fellow. And then this other fellow comes over all the time from North Carolina to talk to the people. This is Kate, and then myself in a moment that we're speaking there. Pastor Batai has worked for 20 years over there and he will say, every day, every week, have any of you peed in the streets? He says, I won't ask you to raise your hand, but he teaches these kinds of things. Don't do that. Don't pee in the streets. Don't throw your trash on the floor. Let's make this a different country. And many of his people are just very, very special people. We could not have appreciated any more the response that we got. When we talked about our proposal to the people, they literally, Kate said, did you hear the response? And I said, no, I was worried about what I would say because I really didn't know we were going to speak. And she said, there was a hush. You could just hear a hush. And then this little boy come up to give me a hug. Yet, you look at that, they all have choirs. They are trying very hard. This girl is 18. She wants to be able to study to be a women's health doctor. That is the church. During one of the hurricanes that was coming through between Haiti, you just prayed that night that these 5,000 people that were out there dancing and talking and having it, an experience of their lifetime. This is out in the audience on Sunday night. They all started dancing and they started just really feeling like they wanted to be a part of a group. These kids about wore me to death, running them all around and running around with them around on this dance. But with our project, this is what we want to do. We want to take and go over and set a standard. We want instead of disaster housing that is a tent that's going to fall apart and has to be replaced all the time, we want to send over an EPS or a Green Earth Block home, either of those homes. We want to go over and change what's going on in those living conditions. Either one of those homes can be integrated into another home. Go back to the living conditions. So this is what we are asking for your donations and your support and your help. If you have emails, email it to your friends. Our website is www.tobuildavillage.com. You can go on it. We do have a fundraiser that you can get a green product that it actually saves you money. That product is a 4-ounce bottle of Oxybolt, and it's worth $60 worth of cleaner that you normally would get like with Clorox 2 or Simple Green. It is a product that has no VOCs, no chemicals, none of that type of thing in it. It's a very, very good cleaner. You can mix it to the strength you want. It will, you can mix it to clean as a degreaser for your engines. You can use it for, I've unclogged my sink with it. But it's a very, very good cleaner, and it's very, very cost effective. For those who want to be self-reliant, take and go back and use something that's chemicals that are out of our homes. Chemicals are causing our health problems and with our families. They have actually shown, because this product goes in and it cleans down in the pores of the surface that you put it on, that even permanent marker comes off. So this is part of our fundraiser, and these people have donated the proceeds of it. But I challenge you to look at it to help us. And if you will send out our project to your friends and ask them for their support, we would appreciate that. We would appreciate the opportunity of sending a container of housing. It costs $25,000, and that includes shipping to go to Haiti. And that will include 10 houses for 10 people. That's $2,500 a person, or for a family, that will house them like we have as a sample over here. The sample is a prototype. It's so that I can take it down and haul it in my trailer. But it will have a finish enough on it that it can be protectant for the people. We would ask your support. If you have any questions, I would be glad to answer them. What? Oh, the booth I'm in is in 212. It's just right here across this aisle. It's the big foam house. We have, again, these pictures. But think about it. Think about how you would be affected if you were living in this condition. We have it. Even people who have not a lot here have more than any of the people do there. And that is the area that we are trying to work on. We want to help the people who are living in the worst squalors of all. Thank you for listening to me. We appreciate it. I will tell you that they are very, very special people. And the experiences that have come together to allow this to have gotten so far within the Haitian government and within the competition, I feel, has been a blessing. And we would appreciate your help. Thank you. I'm sorry? There is a raffle also that we are holding, that we will give away what they call a gallon of Green Earth Green Wonder. It is actually a waterless wash. There again, we're saving water. We are protecting the environment and are protecting your vehicle. How many of you have a vehicle that is ever in salt? Now, if I remember, down here in Salt Lake, in the roads, in the winter, you have salt all over it. What does it do to your car? It eats the metal. If you put this protectant on your outside, and you can do it as a cleaner. Now, Pat came up from Arizona. He drove all night. He got up here. That's what his car's done in, or his truck. All he had to do was just wipe it off, and he sprayed a little bit where the bugs were, and it's gone. I did it on the 30th of June to my diesel pickup on a portion of it. My windows, they did it on my windows, and the water sheets off. It is truly a good cleaner. And there again, very cost effective. How many of you go to a car wash, and how much do you spend? $4 or $5 at a car wash to get a car wax and whatever. This is $10 a bottle, and it will do, I want to say 3 or 4 cars. So it is a very cost-effective thing. I invite you to come over to our booth, 212, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask and what we can help you do. Thank you.